Probability that a given child will be a bully or be a victim of bullies, looking at and interacting with the world, right? And so when you're thinking about things that befell you in the past, let's say, you may have to develop a relatively sophisticated theory of the randomness of the world and come to terms with that, but you may also have to determine as precisely as you can what insufficiencies you might have brought to the situation that made you more vulnerable than you needed to be. So for example, if you were bullied as a child, maybe you still are concerned when you go to your workplace, for example, especially if it's new, that the same pattern might recur, and you might remember with some apprehension the misadventures you had when you were young. And what that indicates is that possibly that you haven't redress the insufficiencies in your personality that led you to be the victim of repeated bullying. I'll use bullying as an example because one thing we do know is that there is some stability in the probability that a given child will be a bully or be a victim of bullies. And so I'm not trying to blame the victim of a bully for the fact that that happens. I'm just saying that if negative things have befallen you in the past, it's wisdom to determine what it is that you might be doing wrong that's opening yourself up to the possibility that those sorts of things will happen to you. And I would say if you're characterized by patterns of negative events, then it's reasonably probable that you're bringing something to the situation, right? If it happens to you once, well, it's random. And maybe if it happens to you twice, it's random. But if you have the same sort of relationship with an intimate partner 3 times, it's you, right? And that's an uncomfortable thing to realize, and you can understand why a stance like that might be criticized in relationship to blaming the victim. But look at it this way, even if it's 5% you, maybe you should do something about it. That's a useful thing to know, by the way, if you're having